I forgot to even check if it's in focus. Oh my god, I'm so sorry.
Open eye, feel the waves cut through me, hypnotized by the sounds.
Hello and welcome back to another video. I'm finally back again. I haven't made a video in a while. It has been really much going on these past few months, and it has happened a lot new things. Some sad and some good and some weird, like I've gotten braces. And my braces has hardly been a part of me not making videos because I've had a hard time just talking, especially just in Swedish and talking in general. And then I've felt kind of insecure about making videos at English when I can't even speak. So now I feel like I've kind of got a hang of the braces thing. It's still weird. I still can't eat properly, but I've started to understand how to speak properly, I hope. I've kind of been in a reading slump these past few months too, so I haven't read a lot. But we will get on with this video now. So the book I'm going to do a review on is Illuminae by Amie Kaufman and Kristoff. And this book, I heard so much great about it. I especially heard great of the second book of the series, Gemina. It's supposed to be amazing, and after I finished this book, I feel like I'm really ready for Gemini. But first, let's talk about how I thought about this book. So the book is like it's happening in the future. Human, we live on different planets. Kinda. On this one planet, there is a terrorist attack which is happening and people are dying. There are two ships that luckily escaped the planet and they have refugees on them, and then there is this one military ship that is kind of helping them to escape. There are also this like terror ship kinda who is coming after them. Like they want to finish them off. They don't want the other planets to or planets. I didn't quite understand if they were only connected with one or if there were several, but they don't want them to know that they have made this terrorist attack. And this book is about a girl named Katie mostly. It's also about a guy named Ezra, and Katie has just been out of this relationship with Ezra. They have just broken up just some days after this attack happens, and they're still mad at each other. They end up meeting and have to get away from this whole mess, so they end up in the same car and driving, and then they go separate ways and end up on different ships. These ships actually can space jump in like wormholes or you get me, but the portal to worm jump got destroyed when they fled from the planet, so they couldn't worm jump, and there was food and water limits. They only have food and water for how long the trip is supposed to take to the other planet. There is also this huge like brain ass smart supercomputer called Alien, and I don't want to spoil too much, but it was really interesting in a computer that finally, not just a computer, but he starts to getting thoughts and feelings and try to feel, and yeah, it was really interesting to get that point of view too. This whole book is really unique, you can say. There is a different way of writing, there is different points of views, and I both liked it and thought it was annoying because I like chat, you know, when there is people chatting and you see they're just dialogues, you know, but sometimes it was just so weird. So for me, who don't have English as a native language, it just got kind of messy, but I understand if you think it's amazing. It depends on how you like to read. I mostly like to read, you know, a normal book like with text, and I like if it's different perspectives, but I still want the text to be simple, you know, like to be easy to read and to be you know, like normal. I didn't hate this kind of writing. I just felt like it was kind of hard for me to understand when I ain't that good at English yet. And also it was kind of hard because there was a lot of hacking and stuff going on in the books, and like, you know, hard computer language or sci-fi language or just space language, you know, like with the ships and stuff, and I don't know, I barely don't even know those words as Swedish, and then it gets real weird for me to read them in English. I would rate this book out of 10 stars. I would give it 7, I think. I wanted to give it a 6, but that's just because I don't really get everything that's in the book. If I would get everything that's in the book, I bet I would have loved it. So I will give it a 7. That feels good. The ending was really epic, and I started to get emotional, kinda. So now that was the whole non-spoilery part. Now comes the more spoilery, so if you haven't read the book, you can click out now. Okay, so the more spoilery part. I don't really have that much to rant about in this video because, like, I liked the book, but it wasn't my favorite book. Okay, but in the beginning, the book was kind of slow. I didn't really, like, in the middle of the book, there wasn't that much going on, but at the end, it was such a boom, like, everything happened at once. Like, Katie got over to the Alexander to get Ezra, and then it turns out that Adian just lied to Katie and pretended to be Ezra, so Ezra wasn't even alive. He said that he was dead, and then at the end it turns out that he wasn't dead, and I didn't catch it all. Like, I was so sad because of Ezra's death, but I had never thought that Adian lied about Ezra's death. I was really disappointed in Adian when he told Katie that he has pretending to be Ezra, and I was like, oh my god, like, that was horrible. But I never thought that he might lie that he was dead. At first, like, when he told her that he was playing Ezra, I thought at first that he just pretended to have tricked her, you know? But then I understood that he was the one pretending to be Ezra, and I was so shook and I was so sad because I really liked Ezra and I wanted them to meet. And then at the end, it turns out that Ezra was alive all the time, and I just got so confused. Like, I really had thought he would have died. Like, I didn't, like, I kind of thought Katie would die because I thought, like, how possibly can she survive this? I did not think that Ezra would have survived. Like, I really thought he would be dead because I just thought it would be a sad love story, kind of, you know? I also got really confused how the fuck she turned out to survive. Like, there was, like, a whole fleet full of sick people who were, like, zombies trying to kill her, and there were, like, little birdie, and then suddenly she survives, and Adian, I got really confused. I got a special relationship with Adian at the end. I really got emotional because I was like, no, he's gonna die or get destroyed, and, like, he had done so many horrible things. I hated him in the beginning, but you saw also at the end that Katie kind of started to like him too, and that was just so weird in a way. I started to like him too, and it was so weird that you could start to like him when you thought he had, like, pretended to be Ezra, and, like, he killed a lot of people on the fleet, and he killed her mom, and, like, it is so weird that you got feelings for him. And I also feel it really weird because he got feelings for Katie. I think he was kind of in love with her, and that is just going to be real weird in Gemini if there is, like, a love drama between the computer Katie and Ezra, because that that would be a little bit weird, and I honestly I wouldn't know which side I'm on. But I'm really excited to read Gemini and to find out what's going to happen, because I think it will be a lot of drama. And I'm just really looking forward to it because I feel like it's gonna be great. So my favorite part was absolutely the last bit of the book, because the other parts I didn't quite get. And also I got so shook at the end. I got really confused because Ezra's mom had started the terrorist attack, and that was just really weird for me because I hadn't realized that yet. But I'm really excited for Gemina, and I cannot wait. I gotta go now. My my camera is running out of battery, but I hope you like this video, and bye. Audio book.